Hi guys, welcome back. This is Carmen back, or maybe some of you think I was here last podcast. I don't know, maybe I was. But we're back, and I will be your host for tonight. So, as you know, everyone is going to introduce themselves because, again, you don't know us still. So, here we go.
Hi, I'm Andres.
Hello, everyone. This is Luis.
Hey everyone, it's Esteban.
And pulling up the caboose is Ash.
The caboose.
The caboose.
Well, every time I think of caboose, I think of Rooster Teeth.
Caboose. Yeah.
Caboose.
the Halo shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caboose.
Okay. So in today's show, we will have a lot of talk of a lot of trailers dropped. No. And we will be talking about some Transformers 7, the title drop, the Flash movie, and Shazam. Some stills, so we got some pictures. So stay tuned for that. But first, Ash, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, never mind. I was gonna make a joke, but then I don't want to make it sound like it was the joke of the beer. But I like this beer a lot. It's by Belching Beaver Brewery. It's a hazy IPA. It's called Hazer's Gonna Hate. And that's the thing there. And then Damn Good Times. So they're like punk rockers, like tagging on the wall. So clearly you guys know that I don't ever have anything interesting on the drink day. So my friend Vanessa brought me this to have something interesting for today. Thank you.
Thank you,
It's really
Vanessa,
good.
for showing him the way.
I can't be like Andreas, where it has a nice hops to it and it has fucking girth. Like I'm horrible with that shit.
You know what the funny thing is the advice Andres gave me last time. He's like, how about you read the fucking can? And sure enough, like the can has a great description typically.
Oh.
At the Beeve, we love hazy IPA. So we decided to introduce.
Do you want to put your grandma glasses on? Like he keeps.
It says the Beeve.
No. The way you're looking at the fucking can.
Well, dude, look at this fucking small print. Like I fucking need my fucking
grandma glasses. I'm telling you.
Cheaters.
So oh my god, my grandfather used to call them cheaters. So we decided to introduce a year-round hazy style full of juicy awesomeness.
Yeah. Is that where the juicy awesomeness that when you drink it, is that the girth that you're talking about?
That is the girth.
Okay.
It's absolutely the girth.
It was the beeve.
It's
and then the length of the beer.
It's the juicy
It's
beeve.
the girth of the beef.
Takes a sip. I know what I said.
And you want me to read the rest? Hazer's Gonna Haze will be in a rotating hop series and will showcase new hop combinations throughout the year. Same label, different hop profiles. We craft beer.
It's the girth. He can't get over the girth.
Yeah, you can never get over the girth. You fuck up the sides.
Well, I mean, if you're drinking it,
we are fans of hazy IPAs. We hope Hazer's Gonna Haze will make you fans too. Cheers.
With girth.
Love it.
And
Belching Beaver is an amazing brewing company. Love them. We were talking about them, I think, a couple weeks ago. And that's talking about the Mexican chocolate.
It was likely because of Andreas, right?
Yeah.
You had something, right, by them?
Maybe? I don't know.
I think we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
So I was talking about the peanut butter stout, and then you were telling me, and then you started mentioning about the Mexican chocolate peanut butter.
Something like that, yeah.
Good.
That
Actually,
sounds delicious. Thank you. Whoever gave. No, I'm not even gonna say that sentence out loud. No.
Whoever gave it to me.
Yeah. I really. And then I stopped myself. But Louise, do we have any comments this week?
Yes, ma'am. So every week we like to start the episodes with reading some comments, so feedback from you guys. So thank you again for participation and everything. We really do appreciate it. This is your opportunity to be a part of the show. Anything that you may have listened to previous week, or regardless what episode, if you disagree or you have something to add to it, or share something, share your opinion on one of the many debates that no doubt will happen in this episode, please give us a comment on YouTube, Instagram, any of our social medias. We'll definitely appreciate it. So at the very top of it, actually, before I jump into the comments, we did have some new subscribers. And so among them, of the new subscribers, we have Free Will Films as a subscriber to the podcast. So if you are listening, welcome to the Comix Army. So we actually have a nice growing little army. And actually, about that, your friend Vanessa, she was actually one of the first comments, the one that brought you that beer, Ash. So this is a comment on episode 37. It says, great episode, guys. New fan here. Great job. Hi, Ash. And then the little wavy emoji.
Oh, that's cool.
So welcome, Vanessa. Welcome to the army. Okay, so this comment is from Heavyweight, and this is in regards to the drunk Carmen post that we did earlier this week. And just saying that, oh my gosh, this was so great. Another comment on that same post was a very good friend of Esteban. I think he knows her very well. Her name is Diana. She says, "Oh my gosh, they did! Oh my gosh, girl, they did you dirty." And then Zach's was really funny. He says, "Great show. I love the content. I know I'm a stoner, but was Carmen in that episode?" And no, she wasn't, Zach. Like, but for people that are just listening to this and you're curious to like what is it that they're talking about, we posted it on our Instagram and it's on our YouTube titled Drunk Carmen. Check it out. It's quite interesting. Moving on along, so another comment from Zach for episode 37. Another great episode with lots of laughs and great times. And what Carmen and gallery mode were missing. And as someone who read The Kenobi by John Jackson Miller, I'm super excited for the upcoming series. Thank you so much for the podcast. And next time someone is absent, how about you hit up your number one fan?
There's gonna be some fighting.
Melissa?
No, that was Zach. That was Zach.
Oh,
And Zach,
because he wouldn't know what the fuck is going on. He'd be like, "Hey, so you guys see Venom 1?" No, we're talking about fucking Mandalorian, the new fucking episodes. No, but in Venom 1, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You know what brings me joy is that I know he's laughing as he hears your version of him.
Absolutely laughing. He's like, yeah, man. So, like,
And he's still laughing.
You guys totally make me laugh. It's almost like if Keanu drank 6 monsters, but then also had an edible. So there's that. And
like
right now he's fucking crying because he knows what I'm talking about.
Right, but he's very like he's very Wayne from Wayne's World with the whole like hair behind the ears and stuff like that when he's like moving around and stuff like that. There's that, you know, but yes, the whole 6 Red Bulls and an edible, it's like it's trying to fight, you know, to try to figure out what his body's gonna do. It's like, should I get all hyper? Am I just gonna chill?
And this is said from people that love you, Zach. We all love you. And thank you, sir. And more to come on guest hosts. Stay tuned. And then the very last comment we have is from Melissa Morales. That wheel looks fun AF to play. I'm watching on YouTube. How do I switch to gallery mode? Now, this was probably and then actually Heavyweight commented on that post saying, I thought I was the only one. Gallery mode wasn't working for me either. So just to be very transparent, turns out we didn't do gallery mode like we thought we did. So it wasn't you guys. It's not you, it's me. And so we are definitely want to try that later. but just it wasn't working this time. But it is something that we're going to be doing in the future. So just wanted you guys all to know it is not your desktops. But that concludes our comments for this week. Again, if you guys want to, this is your opportunity to be a part of the show. Send us a comment. Let us know what you think on any of the topics or just any type of feedback, really, at all. Carmen, back to you.
We always appreciate the feedback. And Zach, for a moment there, I also thought that I was actually there in that clip. So maybe we're both stoners and we both thought the same thing. So, hey. But starting off the show, Transformers 7, the title was revealed as Transformers Rise of the Beast, correct? Wow, just by that sigh over there, Seven, how about you tell us your thoughts on that?
I mean, do I have to? I mean, we all saw the.
Yes, please.
We all didn't see the last night, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
Oh, that's right. That was the one after Extinction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tapped out at Extinction. I fell asleep at Extinction.
Well, see, there's your problem, you know, and then I mean, I don't know.
The Dark Side of the Moon? What was that one?
That was
number 3?
Yeah. That was the third one. Yeah.
That's the one where Optimus died. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, that's the one I was at.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I only saw the first 2 and I didn't see any of the other ones after. So I'm not too thrilled. I kind of want the Transformers franchise to kind of go away for a little bit. And when I say for a little bit, I like to see it go away for about 5 to 10 years, and then let's start it up again later.
Okay.
You know,
Bumblebee was really good though.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Bumblebee was good. Yeah.
Bumblebee was great. Yes, Bumblebee was great. But with Dark of the Moon, the third one, it was too much. You know, the first one was fantastic. I think I haven't seen the first one in a few years, but I'm I think it still holds up. You know what I mean? Because it came out in 2009, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
The first Transformer.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it came out in 2009. So
you think of a lot of that as like the nostalgia factor, like the sound of it.
Oh, for sure.
Into the 07.
07. Thank you.
You know what I mean? We forgave a lot of stuff.
No, absolutely. And then for them to get the original voice of Optimus Prime to come back and reprise his role for the last fucking franchise, that's fantastic. That's amazing, you know?
It is cool, and I'm glad when things line up like that. But then also, like, what other projects did he have? No offense.
I mean, you don't got to be a dick about it, Luis.
Damn.
No, I mean, like I'm glad when they do stick with that, like, because it's like, oh man, that's so cool, because he has such a unique voice. But then,
I'm so glad I'm not going to be the only one to shank you.
Optimus Prime is going to be in it.
He's going to show
Optimus. Give a new meaning to punching down. Because he's punch.
No,
that one didn't work.
That one didn't work.
Pulling that back.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure, he will.
So from what it sounds like, based off of the title, it sounds like it's going to be a Beast Wars, and I think Beast Wars is something that should stand alone. It should be something completely. It shouldn't be the 7th iteration of this franchise. It should be something completely different. This should have been a perfect opportunity to reboot the franchise. That's the only way that I see it is it being that. I'm honestly not looking forward to it. I'm probably not going to watch it if I didn't see the last 4 films, you know. So there's that.
Yes.
Would word of mouth change your mind, Stefan? If all of a sudden whenever it comes out, if we're like, fucking that shit was so dope, like would that interest you? Like maybe this one's gonna be a good one?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, I don't think my love for Transformers can go past the first 2 movies. I just couldn't. And I think partly it's because of watching Michael Bay do it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fireworks for explosions. You know what I mean? And it's very hard to kind of follow the camera when they're fighting. You just see a lot of moving parts rolling around and fighting and whatnot. So it's to me it was kind of hard to kind of follow certain things. But I don't know. I just couldn't do it.
I mean, if it tells you anything, I only watched those films really, really, really stoned. So, like the fighting, I was like, whoa,
nice.
What the fuck? And that's all I remember about the films, except Bumblebee. I didn't see that high, and I actually like that movie.
Did Bumblebee make you cry?
No, I don't think it made me cry.
No, me neither.
It was a good movie. It really was. So I didn't know, or correct me if I'm wrong. I thought the Bumblebee was kind of outside of the other ones, so I thought they were kind of rebooting the Transformers. Is that not? Is it just supposed to be before? Yeah,
it was a prequel.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
But the way they did it felt like it could have been a soft reboot, like you're saying, like because it was a prequel, but it was also like, are they gonna move this in a different direction, or are they gonna try to like maybe a new trilogy from that start and then make it connect that way? But it would be like a Bumblebee trilogy. It wouldn't, considering no one else is on the planet yet. Yeah.
Do you kind of feel like too, like, remember when we did that in the cartoon, and remember when we did, like, for some reason, like, some people have it right where they've already seen that. Let's do a spin on that. Like, we're gonna go there, but instead of going left, which we've already established, let's go right, and this is a whole new different story. Like, we were all waiting for Optimus to die, but instead of giving us 3 movies before he dies, they were like, and death, so we can go on and do like a bunch of new stuff. You know what I mean? It was kind of weird. It was like they're just trying to cram all your nostalgia in one so we can go over here, but then like it's like then Galvatron, and then it's like nobody knows what the fuck is happening. Like, Loki was awesome. I'm comparing the two. Loki was kind of like at least the small guy to what you're going to end up at, but he was always your like kind of your touchstone as far as a villain. Like with this one, it was kind of now you have Galvatron, and then now you have this, and then now, hey, look how pretty that is. It's like it doesn't. We're not going anywhere. You're just showing me what we already saw in the episodes on TV or on a movie. Nothing. All right.
We're agreeing with you. It's never mind.
So in other news,
It just went dead silent. All right.
Harrison Ford was reported to be injured in the set of Indiana Jones.
I think that poor man.
When doesn't he get injured?
I think he has broken a leg in like every one of these films. Like,
are we surprised? Let's be honest. Are we surprised?
He's 78
Is it the same leg?
Old.
Is it the same leg? Do we know if it's a broken bone, or is it just?
It's his shoulder. It's his shoulder.
Broken shoulder?
Not broken.
Get that man a stunt double.
No. Okay. I'm not sure what it is. He probably
it was on a fight scene. They were rehearsing a fight scene, and he got in his shoulder got injured.
Get that man a stunt double. He's 80 years old. Leave him alone. Man.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think we necessarily needed an Indiana Jones 5, but
like, all right, Harrison, you're gonna tumble in as the door's closing. He's like, you want me to what? It's like oh Jesus. Poor dude.
That sucks.
I
mean, he's really trying. Yes, we do.
as much shit that was talked about with the fucking alien one, I'm pretty sure he needed to know, like, he's ending all his little franchises, not little, like, no disrespect, I shouldn't have said little, all his franchises. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to go out with Shia LaBeouf. No offense to him, he's a great actor. Just it's not going to go anywhere. So if he's going to go out, he's going to go out.
But it wasn't really his fault, right? I mean, I didn't see the movie, but based off of the conversation we had like 2-3 episodes ago, that it wasn't Shia's fault, more so that it was like a bad script that caused the movie's doom.
Yeah, it was a bad script, but then that was also like right before Shia's meltdown. So
see, yeah, right before though, like he got that part at the peak of his fame, and so that movie came out at the peak of his fame, so it should have gotten a better buzz.
This is a bad movie.
It was
at the end. Movie. Remember when the hat flies and it goes to him, like, and he says "not yet, kid" or whatever he says to him.
Yeah,
like there was a way to have won that over. Like if you put a fucking Ryan Gosling, like, you know what I mean? Like there would have been like a way to have been like, well, that was pretty decent. Even if it landed at his feet, like there could have been a script that could have been like, I could see it. No?
I don't think so, man. Because just like Andres
let
was
it die
saying,
with him.
No, yeah, well, yeah, I would say that, but just kind of like Andres was saying the last time we were talking, you had him fucking swinging across with CGI monkeys swinging across the fucking jungle, like, come on. And he survived a nuclear blast inside a refrigerator. Oh, that whole so happened to be lined with lead.
Which
Really?
one of us haven't?
I mean, come on.
I mean, we party hard.
Come on. So, I mean, I feel bad for the guy. Yeah, you know, the man's almost 80 years old and ends up either dislocating his shoulder or some shit like that, or fucking, I don't know, man. But like Luis said, get the man a stunt double. Fuck.
Yeah, please.
They definitely have the budget for it.
Jesus.
I was about to ask the question if Spielberg was directing this one. He's not.
Thank God.
James Mangold is. That's interesting. James Mangold, that's Old Man Logan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, okay. I mean, hopefully it erases the Crystal Skull or completely retcons it.
Spielberg is still producing it though, so he still has a hand in his baby.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes easy.
I know.
I mean,
I'm so sorry. That didn't.
He's still got a hand on that baby. But still, it's just one of those things, because sometimes these executive producers, their names on it be for the sake of it being their, you know, their property, you know.
Yeah.
Like he has to, like, if he contribute, like if you guys listened to the interview that we had with Dave Baker, he actually talked about that, like how certain actors or directors or screenwriters are still showing up in these movies. Like if they put in a certain percentage of their time and effort into the script or into the movie, that's pretty much giving them, you know, executive producer rights or written by rights. So yeah, Steven Spielberg is listed as an executive producer, but it's quite possible that he's just the one signing the checks and not really paying attention to what's actually happening. You know what I mean?
He created the whole
and just
thing.
kind of, yeah, exactly. You know, so that's what it very well could be. It could be that.
Makes sense.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they retcon the Crystal Skull, you know, like if it never happened, and it just picks up and it's supposed to be like right after Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh no, The Last Crusade. Sorry. So.
Well, hopefully, hopefully it's not as bad as the Crystal Skull, because I still remember that, and that was pretty bad. But in other news, we get to what?
And it had great actors in it.
Yeah.
The bad guy.
No, I'm trying to think who the bad guy was.
The
with Christoph Waltz. Right?
Christoph Waltz?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but also
was it Christoph Waltz?
The girl.
No, it was what's her name that played Hela. She was
Oh
the
yeah,
villain.
It's not Helen Mirren.
No, it's
no.
not.
No, it's not Helen Mirren. Oh my God.
Someone's already looking it up. We'll look that up.
My God.
Kate Blanchett.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job, Carmen.
Good job, Carmen.
With that lightning speed.
Nope.
Yes, Google. Google is my friend.
It's a free service.
Sponsored by Google.
Yeah, Kate Blanchett was in it. John Hurt was in it. Yeah, I mean it had an all-star cast in there, but it just fell short. That's all, you know. So, back to you, Carmen.
Thank you. In other show news, movie, The Flash. We got to see stills of Sasha Calle as the Supergirl costume. Hopefully we can insert an image here. If we don't, just Google, as we just mentioned earlier, your best friend. But the suit, I liked it. I liked the way it looks, the way she suspended up. What did you guys think of it?
Go ahead, Andres.
I dug the way the suit looks, and just her overall in the character as the character. I don't know. Would I probably have watched it? Yes. Was her casting a big deal to me? Not really, but just watching the way how she looked in the suit, I was like, yeah, I was feeling it. It looked good. Yes, it doesn't have like the standard cape with a skirt or whatever and the top, but it actually looked really good. So it looked well done. And yeah, it got me interested in the movie. Back to you, Carmen.
The other stills from the set that we got to see was Michael Keaton was in the set. You can only see like half of his profile really, and he's looking back. So nothing as far as suit or anything like that, at least not that I can catch. Did you guys catch a glimpse of anything other than his face?
I saw his car. They showed his car.
I
actually
didn't see
that. It actually looked pretty dope. It was God, I read an article on it like when the stills first came out. It's supposed to be what's up?
I think it just came out, the still of it.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like a Mercedes Benz, but it's supposed to look like kind of like the animated series cars, which actually look pretty sleek and pretty dope, you know. So I'm actually pretty stoked about that. That actually looks pretty cool. As far as Keaton goes, I mean, it's fucking Michael Keaton. It's Batman. I mean, I'm in. You know, ever since we heard that, you know, he was going to play Batman, I mean, I'm excited. The only other still that they showed for him was the bat symbol with a few drops of blood on there, and that was pretty much it. You know, and it looked just like the 1992 bat suit. So it looked great.
The other still that we got to see was the Ezra Miller and Kiersey Clemens stills. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Actually, I'm lying. I didn't see that one, so I'll call myself out on that bullshit. That was the only still. I couldn't lie. I was like, say something, but I can't lie. So somebody that actually did see the still, please talk about it.
The only thing that I'm really geeking out on is that if you zoom in on Ezra Miller's hand, you see him wearing a ring, and based off of comic books, you know, if many don't know, the ring that Ezra Miller wears or Barry Allen wears, it actually holds his suit. His suit's inside the ring. So that was actually a pretty cool nod to the comic books. I'm not sure if it's going to be like implemented. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, you know, if it did, but yeah, that's the only other thing that I saw in there. The Ezra Miller one, still wasn't like too I guess revealing, kind of like the Sasha Kaye one, with the suit and stuff like that. It's like if you zoomed in, you saw the ring, but that was essentially it. You know, it just showed both of them right there on the steps of probably coming out of court, I'm assuming, and that was it.
Are we excited for the Flash movie overall?
2 thumbs up.
I'm not, because I don't like Ezra Miller as a Flash. I'll just be honest. So.
Really, that's
Sorry.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't like his comedic timing. To me, he doesn't have any.
Really?
Yeah.
I absolutely disagree. I thought that was the reason that I was able to accept him.
That he works for you. I know that a lot of people do like him because they feel that, but to me, he doesn't. I mean, maybe I just can't. Yeah, no, I can't.
I gotcha.
I don't know why he reminds me of Justin Long a lot. Like a lot.
Really?
But see, Justin Long does have comedic timing, though.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sorry, maybe that's my unpopular opinion.
Do you prefer Grant Gustin as Flash, the TV show Flash?
I'm indifferent to him as well. I mean, I think he is a different portrayal of Flash than Ezra Miller, or at least like the character, like the way they play the Flash is different. But I would prefer him over Ezra Miller. Yeah.
Did you guys see that he's supposed to be making a cameo in the Flash movie?
I saw that rumored, but that'd be pretty sick considering the last crossover event that they had, how Ezra Miller cameoed in the Flash.
Right.
It would be a fun. Oh my god, that would be so cool, because then that would be so smart for them to do that. That'll be the one thing that Disney couldn't do, trying to connect their TV universe
the TV
with their
show
movie.
With the movie.
And even if it's just like a tiny little, like he's very briefly there, and you see Cisco and you see Grant Gustin's Flash, like despite how tiny of a scene it is, like something's not right here, like and he has to go back into whatever. Yeah, like it's just it's a fun time to be a nerd. Yeah, see what they mess with.
Very true.
Go ahead, Ash. It looks like you really want to say something.
In the fucking imagine like Grant Gustin
locked and loaded,
and then fucking Ezra Miller coming this way, and then that whole like kind of like the Justice League where Superman is looking at, but almost that, but they just see each other, and then fucking in the Flash TV show, they have the same thing, but this is what they were dealing with at the same time.
Yeah, sick.
WB, you can reach me at. I'm just kidding, but that'd be fucking awesome.
Just send us an email at thepodcastcomics@gmail.com. We're open to all suggestions.
Or we can.
I'm just picturing the scenario where an executive actually does reach out to him, and he doesn't get past like page 1.
Did you guys read this? This fucker's a genius. Can we get him on the phone? Can just call him. Email this fucker. Well, he knows what he's talking about.
Kevin Smith publicly talked about that, how his nerd rant in Mallrats about the superhero sex organs. An executive at Warner Brothers heard that, and that's why they helmed him for the script of Superman. And that's the one where he wrote that Superman was going to die, the movie that almost got made. That's
actually a really fun story.
It's the Nicolas Cage.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's a really fun story. If you guys get a chance to listen to that story that he tells, it's a really fun story, because the way he explains everything, it's fucking hilarious. Hilarious.
Working with what's his face? Tim Burton. Yeah. Working with Tim Burton on the set, but yeah, the movie that was almost made.
Yeah.
But also the way he was talking about the Flash, like he was like, well, I don't even know how I'm going to do this time lapse and all this other stuff. And he's like, no, you're just here to do like the movie, like the scenes where they're talking to each other. Like they have it so down to where it's like, okay, fucking now he's going to go back into this. And now he's going to go from Star Labs to King Shark. Like they already have all that shit down. Like, him running or whatever. Yeah, it's just like we need your spin on this. Yeah. That's cool, man. Like you just all the crew has their shit down, like, and fucking they probably have it like nickname like Eclipse Scene or whatever. You know what I mean? Like just.
And he directed quite a few episodes of
Supergirl,
of The Flash,
and
Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow. The only one I don't think he ever directed an episode of Arrow. He said that was their baby. That was the only one they didn't let him touch.
So, can I direct a no?
Yeah, he doesn't even ask the question. Slap his head.
But I mean, come on, you let me direct all the other ones. No.
That was their baby.
You know, it was Stephen Amell. Stephen Amell is just like, no, I don't want him. No.
Nah, he seems like a cool. I mean, I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
He did a wrestling. He was on Raw, and he was going to be in a WrestleMania at one time. He would have done it,
dude. I'm excited to see him in the new Stars show.
Oh,
I'm gonna end up fucking paying for Stars.
Where he's a wrestler?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
Heels.
Yeah. It's just like where he's an up and coming wrestler or something.
No, I don't think he was an up and coming wrestler. I think he was like, because it centers around two people. I think he is not a washed up wrestler, but I think he actually wrestled in high school and in college. And then the other person that it follows is like a washed up quarterback, you know, and they're from this small town and like they don't know what to do or whatever. And I think Stephen Amell is a coach, or he's either a coach or like a sales representative at like a Best Buy, or like he's a car salesman or something like that. And that's how it kind of gets pulled back in or some shit like that. It looks interesting because it's like it's Stephen Amell, and I'm just like, okay, like I saw that he was on Raw a couple times and whatnot, but you know.
I'm curious to see that. He did a really amazing performance on American Ninja Warrior,
right?
The Celebrity Edition.
Yeah.
Did the whole thing and then some. He laughed it.
Yeah,
it's impressive. Back to you.
Well, we need to be prepared because we're going to be doing shit like that in December.
Oh no! Buy that muscle relaxer. Get me all nice and relaxed before my
right after the run.
No, before, bitch. Like I'm trying to be nice and loose.
Okay, dick. You're gonna be running on limped arms,
noodle arms.
You take the minute of when he said he wants to be nice and loose. We can make that something.
Gross. Damn it.
It will be gross.
That's too easy. Right. Damn it.
You are too easy. You're right.
No, keep hitting it.
You're just setting yourself up.
And going back to our stills of sets, there was also the still of the Shazam 2, the cast in their costumes. Mm-hmm. So it looks pretty awesome. I didn't know Zach from what is that show on Netflix? God, he's in the picture. He's wearing the gray suit in the Shazam still.
Oh, from 13 Reasons Why?
Yes. Yeah. I didn't know he was going to be in that movie. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I have a big crush on him too. Sorry, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh no. No, he's in the other one, right?
Hey, let's cancel her OnlyFans and just fucking.
Oh no. God.
Done. No, she's cheating on Michael B.
She's on Michael B.
Ross Butler, by the way.
Yes, Ross Butler.
Yeah, he's in the. Did you see the first Shazam, Carmen?
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah.
No.
He's in it.
Yeah.
Well, see, there you go.
It's not such a big crush if you don't even know that.
Dang. Well, she ended up watching. She ended up watching
me out like that.
She did see 3 seasons of 13 Reasons Why. So
we all know why.
No, that was not why. But what did you guys think of the suits? Actually, do we like?
It's a very attractive cast. Like with that picture of all of them in the suits.
Look at him. He's blushing.
Fucking A.
Zachary Levi's hair looks weird in this movie compared to the last one, and that's all. That's all I could stare at was his.
Well, he just came. Hair. Yeah, he just came off of working on doing the Kurt Warner movie. So he's playing Kurt Warner in a movie, like his story, how he came up from playing Canadian football to being working in a grocery store, then going to the NFL and all that stuff. So he came off of that. So he had to get that buzz cut flat top, So I'm sure he probably is wearing a wig, or they did something to his hair in order for it to kind of match what it did before in the first Shazam.
I just thought it was me. I was like, is it me or does his hair
no,
look
it looks a little weird. And plus he's not super old, but I think he's already showing signs of like grays and whatnot. So I'm sure they probably like, jet black dyed his hair and all that stuff. Oh no, trust me, Andres, I'm right there with you, dude. I got a shit ton, man.
No, but doesn't
kids
like OG 1950s Shazam? Doesn't he have the gray on the sides? Or
no, bro, that's Mr. Fantastic.
No, bro, that's Omni-Man.
Yeah, and Omni-Man.
No, bro,
not bro.
Not bro.
That's Mr. Drummond. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna show you a picture of it. I'm gonna show you what it's like. It's Kingdom Come.
That's Superman.
That's Soups.
It's another thing you could have shoved in there. I heard it before I said it, and I still said it.
But he usually likes things being shoved in there, so there's that.
Damn it.
But going back
to jokes to myself. Sorry,
self-burn, those are rare. Going back to the Shazam suits, they're all, I think it's a fantastic upgrade from the first one, the very first one. The very first one, the suits were very bright, you know what I mean? Like they really, really stood out. These suits have texture to it, you know what I mean? And they're a lot toned down and they're darker, which is cool. And what I didn't notice is that they recasted what's her name? The one that plays Mary Marvel, the oldest one, the oldest sister. What's that?
The hot one.
Yeah, that one. She got recasted.
Yeah. Now it's the actress. God, the only the first film. But now it's the same actress that plays the regular her is now playing the Shazam her.
Yeah.
I was just reading that.
So yeah.
That was the older sister, the one that was going to college in the first film.
Yes.
The actress's name is Grace Fulton.
Yep.
She is a very attractive woman.
Easy, Turbo. Easy. Easy.
What? Carmen's the only one that can have crushes?
Yes.
I've talked about my crushes on the show.
Oh, you have. You're very open with that. Cheers to that, sir.
I know, but Andres's crushes are everyone's crushes. So we'd have to fight. He'd have to fight everybody for them. And I know he will.
And he will.
Yep. He will.
The chick from I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but the girl from Bumblebee, the one that's
Haley
now
Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, that chick. Like she was never on my radar until he mentioned it, and I was like, oh, she is cute. And then now I'm like really, just like, oh
wow. She came out on like. What is the name of that movie? The Edge of 17, which is really good. So if nobody's seen it, they should go watch that. It's pretty good.
It's a good one.
It's like an indie film, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She also came out. She's gonna be in Hawkeye.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. And didn't she come out in like 310 to Yuma or?
I think that was her first one, wasn't it?
Yeah. She was the girl in 310 to Yuma.
Is it 310?
Or was it another?
No, it's another one. It's the one
Western
with oh fuck, what's his name? It's with fucking from
Dumb and
Jeff
Dumber.
Bridges.
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges. Yes.
What is the name of that movie? Fuck.
True Grit.
True
Grit.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it was True Grit. Yeah.
310 to Yuma is the
one in
310 to Yuma is the one with Christian Bale and Russell Crowe.
Yeah, I was gonna say Russell Crowe. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Carmen.
Oh, no, it's fine.
I saw the look that Carmen gave us, like the disappointing, like I'm trying to get through this.
The gloss look.
Show.
It's like I'm on subject 2.
Let's move it the fuck along.
Actually, we're not even gonna get through subject 3 because I wanted to ask you guys a question that I actually was having a conversation with my sister earlier, and so I thought of asking you guys this question. And I'm sorry I didn't prepare you, but it's not that hard. If you had to choose a meal to be your last meal, what would that be? So this is going to be the last meal, and no, you're not in death row, whatever. Like whatever is happening tomorrow, it's not going to be tomorrow. For me, I would definitely have a steak. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. A steak in a cast iron with butter and some pepper and salt. That's perfectly fine. If it's medium, it could be medium rare, but medium is fine also. And a nice glass of whiskey. And for the side, I would really like some potatoes, but I'm very picky with mashed potatoes, so it has to be like the red potatoes, and it has to be like the skin on there with a lot of pepper.
Hey, it's your last meal, girl. You tell them however the fuck you want it. You better do it.
Exactly. And some asparagus, and definitely some Brussels sprouts on there with some roasted carrots. And I think I wouldn't even get started on dessert, because if I have an option of dessert, anyway,
get
I
that
think
Dairy
there's
Queen Blizzard, right? Carmen.
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
No. Fucking cookie dough, man. Cookie dough.
Oh, the cookie dough blizzard. Oh,
Yes.
another one I'm high.
You've been doing a lot of things high, girl. We need to talk.
I know
after
she's
this
been
podcast.
saying hi like a lot. I'm pretty sure we're going to do
I think
420
she's
show next year.
Carmen, are you getting that like you need it? That itch to,
What? Please, can I editor? Please, editor. Please, can I get that on?
You know what? I don't smoke. I don't smoke.
We do
I haven't
edibles?
smoked in edibles, especially CBD, like a 1-to-1 ratio is like where I'm at. So, but also I cannot have a lot of it because I get in my head, and I'm already an overthinker as it is. So it just sends me down a spiral.
Yeah, just
So,
a cool
like
10.
what they say, like microdosing, that's literally like what I do.
Legit.
But yeah.
Anybody else gonna name their meal?
Oh, sorry.
No. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to make sure everybody else was on track.
Oh, wait. Carmen, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Would
Completely
you
disregard what Andres just said. I'm gonna start talking.
choose rare when they know how to do rare? Like the people that kind of like know, like if you're gonna say rare, go this far, as opposed to rare where like I just pulled it out of the freezer and it thawed out. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's people that know how to do rare where it's like almost like a good chewy.
No, that's why I would go medium rare. And if they really do know how to do rare, they wouldn't do it so much on the medium side. They would leave more pink to it. But a lot of places don't know how to do that properly. So I get your question,
Exactly.
but no, I would never ask for rare, just because I have done that before and I didn't enjoy the meal I had. And I mean, most steakhouses you're paying a high price for that steak, so it's just a waste if I'm not gonna enjoy it.
Have you ever said rare where they got it right and you liked it?
Not for a steak, but for ahi tuna steak. Yeah.
Ahi tuna?
Yeah.
Same thing. It's not. But yep, good job.
Thank you for clarifying that my choices are good. Okay, so anyone else want to tell us your meal, please?
Mine's very basic. Chilaquiles for me.
Oh, the red
Chilaquiles.
or the green?
Red sauce or green sauce?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Don't say
It
red,
changes
don't
on
say
my mood.
red.
I go green sauce a lot.
No, fuck that noise.
Yeah, it changes on my mood. I typically ask, depending on the place that I go to, what's the hotter sauce. because they usually have like a special house blend, and I'll
Good-
get
good
the
man.
and I'll get the hotter one. And so the way I like it is with the like an over easy egg, or like not over medium, but it's like a little yolky, but it's containable yolk where it doesn't just go all crazy. But like I don't like them scrambled in it, but just like over easy, some cotija cheese on top of it, maybe some crema mexicana, and then oh my god, like there's Supermax that's just like across the street. Fucking, they do it pretty great, but there's a couple places. So as long as they can create what I have in my head of what I'm craving as far as chilaquiles is concerned, that I would probably say that would be my meal.
Or you gotta add a little bit of carne asada on that too.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
You know what?
That's what I
Sometimes
was
that
gonna
takes
say.
away from it though, depending on the place. Like sometimes the meat is so like the taste is so overpowering, it pulls away from the chilaquiles part. But I'm totally down with throwing meat in there. But I'm hesitant, kind of like what Carmen. Not that it's that as sophisticated, but kind of like what Carmen was saying about not ordering rare because sometimes they don't do it well. Like sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, do you want to add chicken or carne asada for $2?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then it's like black
I shouldn't have.
chicken or and it's like fuck, like I could have had this could have been so much better, you know, and especially if they bring out the different hot sauces. I feel like a fucking king. I'm like, do I want tapatio or do I want cholula? And throw that on my rice, mix that up with some of the like little hot sauces. Oh, fucking A.
Yeah. What about a drink to go with your chilaquiles? What would that be?
Ooh, to pair it with that. Oh, if it's my fucking last drink, a mimosa.
Mimosa.
I'm imagining this is in the morning, so it would be a mimosa. So
correct answer would have been Bloody Mary, sir.
The correct answer, he says. But yeah, no, I fucking drink that shit with my pinky up like a little bitch and everything.
Do you like flavored mimosas or just like a regular?
I'm down with the regular. I will do the flavored, but I'm down with regular. That's usually what I stick with. I don't like getting like no pun intended, but I don't like getting too fruity with it. It's just kind of like let's contain it.
Such a fucking flirt.
But just I would say that would be my pair for sure.
Nice. I like a mango mimosa.
Mangoes are
but
good.
Then see, I don't. Mimosas are dangerous because you're having a good time and then all of a sudden you're throwing up in the restroom and you're just at breakfast. So true.
I've been here before.
That's how I got here.
Luis, you're that James Franco meme. First time.
Yeah. Rookies. As I'm smoking a cigarette in the corner.
Shitting yourself.
Turns out I'm lactose intolerant, guys.
I don't think there's milk in the mimosa.
No, that's true. There wasn't.
He's talking about the chilaquiles, the cheese. Yeah. The cheese on the chilaquiles.
No, I'm not. I am lactose intolerant, but I'm not that sensitive. Like, if I was to have like a bowl of cereal, which I haven't had forever, like that would fuck me up. Or if I kill like a pint of ice cream, which has never happened, that'll fuck me up. All right,
how about you? Whoever wants to go next.
I'm probably, for me, if it's my absolute last meal, I'm gonna take a page out of my father-in-law's book. It's a restaurant in San Francisco. It's called the House of Prime Rib. So ooh. I would, if you guys have not been, it's an amazing fucking restaurant. Like, amazing restaurant.
What's the meal?
Okay, so what it usually comes with is obviously you get your slice of prime rib. Usually get the prime rib medium, and then it'll come with either creamed corn, spinach. You also get Yorkshire pudding along with that. You also get a baked potato, which is fucking on point every single time. God damn it, it is so good. I think that's it. I think that's all that comes with it. But
those are pretty big items. Like, I don't know about that's it.
Well, no, well, yeah, they're pretty healthy portions. Like I'm not getting like the baked
no
potatoes.
judgment. This is your last meal.
No,
Who
I don't know.
cares?
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, eat that shit, son. Get in there.
You know I will. So
I know
there's
you do.
that. And I'd probably again a page out of my father-in-law's textbook would be a McKellen's 18. I would have that. You know.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's very classy. Very gentlemanly.
Right? And my dessert would probably be, honestly, it'd probably be a cigar. Just to close it all off.
Dessert is a cigar?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fucking man.
With another drink.
Right.
Good night, sweet prince.
Andres, what would be your meal?
Okay, so you almost named it word for word. So it would be a steak. But before I get there, I'm gonna like mix and match stuff. So I would start off with if anyone's been to the Northwoods Inn, they have two salads to start. Two salads to start off the meal with. It is like a red cabbage salad.
Yeah.
That's amazing, and a blue cheese like iceberg salad. Super fucking awesome. So it'd be a couple bowls of those two salads, and then their cheese bread, because their cheese bread's pretty awesome. And then not their steak, because their steak sucks. But it would be a nice, I'd go medium on a cast iron, like you said, reverse sear with some butter, some thyme, rosemary, some garlic. Put that with some mashed potatoes. I don't need any gravy because I have the meat, and I like the Brussels sprouts, and I'm good there. And then for dessert, a nice cheesecake. And then with my meal, I'm having a few old fashions. So that's my meal.
Yep.
And yes, that is a massive amount of food, but I'm gonna die, so who gives a fuck?
There it is.
Exactly. Ash.
McDonald's.
It's the two things that I will fucking are my shit.
But don't change your shit.
Don't change your shit.
It's been King Taco. King Taco is
a green salsa.
Yeah. All day long.
Hi, Melissa.
Nope.
It's Vanessa.
The other one.
And
the other one.
It's been King Taco like from day one, but I do my secondary, my tie is a flame broiler and it's my choice. Flame broiler and
Wait, flame broiler as your last meal?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
I mean, it's really good. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I eat there a lot.
If I'm gonna be absolutely selfish,
I will stab you before you even get that last meal.
You're gonna stab me before I get my last meal. All right.
I think we need Vanessa on the mic because I really want to hear this feedback that's happening.
Flame broiler? Like you're gonna go to a generic fast food place?
No, there's like there's a sushi place that's in West Covina, and I can't think of the fucking name.
Where is it?
Crazy Rockin' Sushi?
It's right off of Vincent, and right when you get off of Vincent, you go 2 blocks.
Okay, well, you don't have to get that specific. Just say you like sushi.
I got asked, where is it? You motherfucker. You guys set me up. Anyway.
Oh, angry.
Is it sushi? Like, spit it out.
No, but they have a sweet teriyaki.
You want a teriyaki bowl.
No.
Okay, you're just saying teriyaki.
I'm not saying teriyaki. Okay.
Does anybody remember Spike?
It's my last meal.
Spike bowl?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Fuck yes. Spike's bowl and fucking King Taco and kill me.
See, they don't have Spikes anymore. We could always go to Biggie's or B-Man's.
Yes, but that was like a sweet teriyaki, and if I can, admit to myself, I honestly thought teriyaki was the same as soy sauce. So I would put soy sauce on my rice, and I would be like,
Oh God.
this doesn't taste like Spike's Bowl. But I was fucking 6'7", 27. Either way,
Yesterday.
yesterday, I didn't know there was a difference until it was like, but now I and now I know what to expect. I
Yeah.
thought all teriyaki tasted the same, all sauces tasted the same. So no.
So a teriyaki
Now-
bowl, teriyaki, like a legit teriyaki bowl is what you're
Like it has to be
sweet
chicken
on
and
the
steak,
sweeter side.
and then it has to be King Taco has to be 2 sopes, has to be pastor
Yoshinoya.
and 1 fucking carne asada, and then no onion.
How
I'm
dare you?
getting hungry on my last meal.
So you're gonna have a teriyaki bowl with a
And
side
then
of
I
a
got
couple tacos.
2
and sopas?
tacos, and then also so that way when they kill me, like I could shit like a lot, like a lot.
So
Like in a
your bells release, and it's
bucket.
just soft serve ice cream.
yeah. It has to be on an electric chair so that
Ew.
it comes out like
Cooked.
I picture it hanging, so it just plops.
Yeah.
hey.
Oh God.
I can't do a hanging because obvious reasons. Esteban, back to you.
Why me?
He's not the
Because it's
host.
funny. Who's the most
Wow.
awkward person? Yeah, it'd be fun. No. Oh, don't wow me. Don't you wow me.
Wow.
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 Oh. Hey, so I saw your last episode, and so like totally Andreas is fucking stoned, bro. And then fucking who am I?
We know who you are.
Oh, are you
That's-
gonna be
That
annoying?
was dead on Keanu
Hey Carmen,
on 6 Red Bulls.
I have a
Edible.
question
And an edible.
on your show.
What?
I have a question on your show.
What? What is that?
Because you weren't on the last show, are you down to spin the wheel?
Sure, bring the wheel of morality out.
How dare you? Nope.
Wheel of morality. Turn. Tell us
No.
a lesson that we should
you
It's not
learn.
gonna be it will never be called that.
Already is.
That's what
It's
boy,
trending.
that's called.
Wheel of
that.
Morality is trending.
Before
Yeah,
we
Wheel of
move on,
Morality.
though,
Even more than Comix podcast. Interesting.
I do want to know what our
Okay.
listeners' last meal would be. So if you guys leave a comment on any of our socials or on this YouTube or wherever, what you would choose as your last meal. I think that'd be fun to read. We'll read them on the next episode to see like what your choices are, and we're definitely gonna judge you on it. So,
Yeah.
Pretty good.
but yes, bring the wheel of morality out, please.
Wheel of morality. Turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn.
Yeah.
And there goes the assistant.
I know, I
Get
saw
the
that.
wheel.
Yeah.
But while the wheel of morality
I
comes
was
back,
thinking the same.
there was another trailer of the Suicide Squad that was released. I actually thought it was a pretty well. I mean, I already thought that the first trailer was really good, so this one was also good. I like the banter between is it Shark Man?
King Shark.
Or
King Shark.
King Shark. Yeah, I like that banter. It made me laugh. What did you guys think of the trailer?
I'd like to make an official apology to John Cena for talking shit the very first time that I saw him mention his line about eating a bag of dicks on an island. Because this last trailer, I was actually laughing pretty hysterically when he mentioned starfish and its other meaning. So John,
Butthole?
yes, John, if you can, right here in the camera, John, you and me, I'd like to formally apologize for talking shit about your role in Suicide Squad. If you can
For
find
a
it in your
second, I
heart.
thought you were going to say about his butthole.
No, not about. I've never seen the man's butthole. So, John, ignore Carmen. It's fine. It's just you and me, bro. Just you and me. I want to apologize. So, if you can find it in your heart to forgive me for talking shit, I would. It would make me feel better, and I'll sleep better at night. So, Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Anyone else thoughts on the trailer?
Great. I'm even more in than I thought I was originally. It looks good. Like shit's just clicking. I don't know. Really excited. The whole scene with the werewolf. Is that a werewolf? Is that, no,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a weasel. The what? He's like, he's killed like however many babies.
Children.
Like, oh my god! Like I just thought that
was yeah.
so ridiculous and so funny. Just the way that they're all crazy,
Yeah.
you know. And then you see a little bit more of Idris Elba. Wait, Idris Elba, not Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, yeah.
Do you guys? Do you think? Sorry, Luis, I don't mean to cut you off, but do you think we're gonna get a cameo of Superman in this? Because you know the reason why he's in prison.
Oh,
Yes,
they
I heard that.
covered that in the trailer.
He wounded. He put him in the ICU with the
Yeah, he puts
kryptonite bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you think we're gonna get something?
No, but see, even little shit like that. If more movies did that, I don't know. I think that just brings so much out. Like, I thought that was such a beautiful thing about Shazam. Like, is like, oh, here's the Batman Batarang.
Yeah.
They talk about suits. They talk like they acknowledge that these characters exist, and it kind of brings you that little joy, whether or not something happens. Like, and just the way Suicide Squad is handling it. Like, oh man, that's so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Although what makes me sad is that this trailer just made me see how much that seems to be Deathstroke's character. You know, and it's like, oh man, like Will Smith probably just wanted either nothing to do with it, or with the project just stepped away completely, or James Gunn is like, I want to shift it a tiny bit. Let's do this. Like, but yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if we'll see Deadshot in the future.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Andres.
Ash, any thoughts?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Andres. Go ahead, please.
I agreed with Luis, so I was super into it, and this trailer made me want to see it even more. So I'm all in. Thank you.
Starfish.
That's I was thinking that too. Speaking of which, speaking of chocolate starfish, Limp Bizkit's going on tour again. They're selling tickets on Friday. I got an email about it.
I will not be purchasing them.
I will not either, but I just as I mentioned that.
Moving on.
For other people's show, yeah.
The other trailer that got released was for Candyman, and actually that was a pretty badass trailer. So Luis, you look really, really excited. So tell us your thoughts about it.
I jizzed myself at work. It looks amazing.
Wow. Okay.
Jordan Peele didn't direct it though. I
No,
was
he's an
misinformed.
executive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he directed it, but it looks so great, and I love it when a horror film is taken seriously.
Yeah.
Like, you're taking the drama elements and you're making it a real story with scary shit happening. Like, that's the recipe of a good fucking film. Like, there's another trailer that that reminds me of that. That rhymes with Smalloween. That is also a very good storytelling type of thing, but it's I can't explain it any other way. A horror film taken seriously, and it just looks so good. So
I thought it was great. The trailer told the story very well, especially for people that are not familiar with Candyman. So I'm excited about that. That's one of the ones that when it comes out, I'm watching that one. So I'm stoked for that one.
Oh yeah, I'm watching the fuck out of it.
I bet you will. Just make sure to bring an extra pair of pants.
No promises.
Promises, promises.
I'll have Dana buy me some jeans at Old Navy again.
You know what? I do like Old Navy jeans. They're
So
pretty
do I.
comfortable.
They are
comfy, right?
And yeah, they are.
They really are.
Andres, what do you think of the Candyman? Sorry. No,
Candyman
No,
was
this is my
I like-
show. Are you Andres? I don't think so. Moving on.
I really thought you said Ash. My bad. Andreas, you go. Also, I do like that you asked to fucking screw everybody else over and then fucked me over. But go ahead.
No, what's
Andreas,
great
what do
is
you
that
think?
you did what you always do, which is start talking over someone, and she just wasn't having it. She's like, Andres,
I love it.
Andres, guy in the back, I'm not talking, fuck you.
Why am I always in the back?
No,
Andreas,
Yes.
think about Candyman.
I don't usually watch trailers, but I did end up watching this one, and I was super pumped for it. That trailer is really, really good, and I'll forgive them giving a lot of stuff, but it gave a lot of the story as an introduction, which is good. It didn't go into further stuff, but it was enough to hook somebody who did not watch the first one.
Get it?
And it looks like that movie is done so fucking well. So I'm super excited to watch it.
it did look really good. And I do agree with you that they gave a lot of the story up front, but I mean, the trailer was really captivating, so I'm excited for the movie. Yes, Ash, go ahead, give us your thoughts.
The one time I'm like, I'm actually paying attention. Okay, so during
The one time you're what?
the scary movie that happened where the chainsaw happened in the stomach, which is like, if you follow us, probably episode 13. Candyman, the preview happened for that, which was the hook against the cardboard. So annoyed. How can you be annoyed when you asked me a question? Okay, so was against the cardboard, and then the bees thing happened later on, and blah blah blah. And oh no, please, except like Louis, say something, please, for it to be on you. Please, you're not gonna say a goddamn word. Oh god damn it! This is why we need gallery view like fucking 24/7. Okay, so Candyman is a movie I could probably do like now. But this Candyman is probably one of those psychological whatever. I do like that there's a nod to the original, and it's almost like this guy is becoming like, it's like a cool, I don't know. I liked it. I as it and
It felt like a weird coming of the
heard it.
weird passing of the torch.
That's a ton of words for you to say that you were into a movie.
But no, there's the things that you know from it, and then there's like a almost the lore of it where it's not Candyman already being Candyman. It's almost this guy becoming Candyman over time in the movie. Mm-hmm. That's what I got from the trailer. And I was like, fucking, it's cool because you're giving the nod to the past without it, and it's becoming like, now we can go from here without it like just shitting on everything, like reboot, whatever you're gonna do. Like, and now we have to re-explain everything, and Uncle Ben dies 8 times, and it's like, I'm done with Uncle Ben dying. Everybody else knows what I'm talking about. Uncle Ben is a metaphor.
Oh.
He's so mad.
I am so mad. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers.
Why are you getting mad at us? This is, I don't
understand. You know I love you.
I don't understand.
So other trailers that were released this week, or maybe they weren't released this week, but that I saw and I share with you guys. I don't know if you guys had seen them before, all the Netflix horror trailers that I shared with you. So one of them was for a classic horror story, and then Blood Red Sky, and there was another one.
Fear Street.
Fear Street.
Trilogy.
Those are pretty. That was a trilogy. They all looked really, really awesome to me. And Luis, in the group chat that we have, you said like Netflix is really stepping up their horror genre, which I thought so when I saw those trailers, and I thought that I would share them with you guys. I really like where they're going with those three that I shared. So I'm excited for them. I know that usually their content on scary things is, it's, not the platform, but I mean, I'm excited for them. Any particular trailer that stood out to you guys that you're actually really excited to catch?
Fear Street.
Those three.
Yep, Luis named it Fear Street.
I grew up on R.L. Stein. I used to have a shit ton of Goosebump books.
Yeah.
That was actually my intro to horror. Was reading, and then it's like, oh wow, these stories are cool, and yeah, I was part of a Goosebump club when I was a kid.
Nice.
It's had a shit ton of books of those.
I wasn't a Goosebump. There was no club in my school, but when I first came here from Mexico, and then I was in the 6th grade, and so we had a library, right? And like, granted, when you go to, I don't know if you guys had this experience, maybe it's just a me experience, but when you go to a new school, and so you don't have friends because you're the new kid in the school. So I was mostly in the library reading books, and Goosebumps was one of the first books that I picked up. And that was in the 6th grade. So that's pretty neat for me. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal the light from the question. Anyone else? Other trailers that stood out for you from that Netflix releases on horror?
The one that caught my eye was Blood Red Sky. I thought that was pretty dope.
Who was the one in here that has watched the German version of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo? The Swedish version.
Me.
Did you catch that the girl in that movie?
Yeah.
I'm excited for that because she's a really good actress.
I think that's why I'm sold on that one is because of her. So it looks really cool. It looks really fun. I'm excited for that one. I thought Fear Street was dope too. I mean, I'm I read a lot of R.L. Stein stuff, Goosebumps, so that one, the Fear Street, the Blood Red Sky, a classic horror story. I kind of feel like it's one of those, like, as I was watching the trailer, it was kind of going with what I was thinking. It's like, you've seen this story before, and I'm just like, yeah, I kind of have. So I kind of felt,
you're like, so
unoriginal.
Way to go, Netflix. But
yeah, spin the wheel.
Yeah, so I mean, it was just one of those where I'm just kind of like, I was watching it and I'm just kind of like, okay, cool. But I think out of the three, I would say it would be Blood Red Sky and then Fear Street for me, if I were to rank them. A classic horror story. I'll probably end up watching it like later, but I don't think it's going to be like one of those where it's like, as soon as it premieres on Netflix, I'm going to turn it on and watch it. So,
Seven.
Yeah.
Left or right?
Right.
Huh. You always seem
My
like
right or your right?
Stage right.
Stage right. Oh, fuck yes.
Wow.
I always assumed. I always
know.
assumed
Did you see that?
You hung to the left.
Shit.
What is it?
Ash slaps himself. You
There you
get
go,
2
Carmen.
points.
There you go, Carmen. Just for you.
What did it say?
He has to slap himself.
Ash slaps himself. You get 2
But
points.
you know what? The audience member is there, so I think the audience should do that.
Slap you. She won't do it though. I think he'll do it harder on himself.
Would, if she left for a cigarette. But I would slap myself a lot harder. That sounded weird.
Okay.
Disgusting.
All right. I had to
On your
slap myself
face, right?
He's not referring to his face.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
My dick.
No, do it. If you're gonna do it right.
I'm gonna do it.
Stop talking. Make sure the camera's on him, because it was like, okay, the camera didn't get it. Do it again.
Okay.
I want a refund.
Oh, I didn't even get it on camera.
I want to refund.
I get a third one. Fuck you. I'm gonna have a headache in the morning.
It's your fault for slapping
And not
yourself.
from the
Right?
slapping.
That's okay. Carmen did one.
That's true.
Stefan did one. Luis.
No, hold on, Andres.
Oh no, it's your show. It's your show.
It is her show.
Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that fact. Thank you. I feel seen.
Welcome back, Carmen.
I almost called you Karen, but go
welcome back. Welcome back.
You know what? I could be a Karen sometimes. So, Andres, I know you did some commentary on the trailers, but besides Fear Street, is there any other one that stood out to you that you like to really watch?
I will actually watch all three probably. So I I agreed with Luis when he said earlier that Netflix is really stepping up their horror game. There's few hidden gems here and there if like you spend the time and scroll through their horror movie lists, and there's a lot of bad looking stuff as well.
Any other hidden gems that you would like to share with us? See if we watched them.
Not off the top of my head. I would have to.
Gotcha.
There are a few that I'd like that I would recommend, but nothing that comes off the top of my head right now. I'd have to go back and scroll through the movies I have up. But yeah, it's going to be Fear Street. I, like everybody else said, I did love R.L. Stein's books growing up. The favorite Goosebumps that I liked were the pick your own adventure ones, where you'd have to
Oh my god!
turn it towards the page and pick the action.
There weren't that many of those. The pick your
No,
own
there
page
wasn't.
one. Which one did you? Which did you read? Did you read the purple peanut butter? Beware the peanut butter.
I read the one when in the theme park.
Oh, I didn't read that
favorite
one. I read the werewolves. There was like a werewolves one.
The werewolf one is good.
Yeah, I read that one, and then the Beware the Purple Peanut Butter.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. I might have. I did read a lot of them, but
I'll shoot you the cover. It's a very like notable cover. Like when he started making those other, you choose the ending or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I would hold the page, read it, and if I chose the wrong thing, go back.
You go back.
Yeah, totally.
You're
like,
I'm
dead already? Come on.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it's kind of like the Telltale series of the video games where you choose what to do and kind of like what BioWare does. R.L. Stine did this with a fucking book way back when. It's like, do you want to call your friend or do you want to call your worst enemy? If you want to go to your friend for help, go to page 9. If you're going to your worst enemy, go to page 10. And it's like, then you go and then you keep every page you make a choice until you get to the end. You get multiple endings. It's great. Good shit.
Go ahead, Ash.
Carmen.
Back to you. Sorry, Andres.
It was good.
Thank you.
What was good?
Moving on.
The question was, which movie are you looking forward to the most, sir?
It was good.
It was good. The answer is good.
Gunfire Molly. What is it called? Gunpowder
milkshake.
Gunpowder milkshake. Molly is a different thing.
That's what I'm gonna watch. Like that's gonna be my thing. I will watch Candyman, but Candyman is gonna be. That's not my Conjuring. Conjuring, I'm not gonna watch with like if I'm gonna watch Conjuring, again, I say this like we're gonna watch it on Saturday night, and then Luis is gonna make his fucking chilaquiles in the morning because you guys aren't going fucking nowhere. Fucking, I'm gonna be Macho Man. I got you for 3 minutes. You guys ain't going nowhere. Like, you have no idea. But at the same time, there's that movie that was kind of like, I could do that. I could like that level. That's where that level is.
I'm sorry, and that movie was Gunpowder Milkshake, which is not one of the 3 horror movies that we just talked about.
Wants to, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for
I'm
participating.
going to talk right now because there's no. I'm talking. Look, look at this happening.
Oh, now we have two audience.
It was a funny little it was funny. She didn't want to pass because didn't want to be on camera. It was only funny because like that.
No, we get it. Okay. So anybody got to watch?
Nothing's weird going on. It's all fucking friendly. All as friendly as this.
Yeah, it is.
Everything is
Make it weird.
friendly.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah. Everything is awesome. Sorry, I totally went to the Lego movie. But I know that was another trailer that I shared. The gunpowder milkshake that Ash just talked about, which is not a horror movie.
Nope. That's the movie that I will watch though.
It actually was really very professional. But
first time I ever flipped you off. I like you.
I don't. Okay,
Moving
on.
Accepting the bro stuff.
Anyway, anyone else watch the gunpowder milkshake?
Right, I
trailer?
agree.
Please, somebody.
Yes, it was great to see Karen Gillan in another role. If you guys don't know, she was Nebula in all of the Avengers movies and Guardians of the Galaxy. So it looks pretty cool.
Also, Lena Headey.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, you're right. Lena Headey's also in there, and Paul Giamatti. So, we get a few alumni in that movie. That's one that I want to see. So that one's pretty cool.
I'm sorry, when you said Paul Giamatti, I totally acted like I know who you're talking about, but I am assuming that you're talking about the guy, and he is the guy in blue in that movie. Big Fat Lie. Big Fat Lie. Yeah.
That is a very obscure reference.
I'm
very impressed.
He was Rhino in Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was Rhino in Spider-Man.
Played Pig Vomit in the Howard Stern movie, Private Parts.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, we should watch Private Parts. That's a fucking great movie.
And I'm so tripping, by the way, that
trailer, I know that you said that was an obscure thing for me, but whenever he came on the screen, I just picture him blue.
No, but that's so funny because I have like a memory of that myself. So for you to reference, like the second he said he's blue, I'm like, Big Fat Liar, like fucking Frankie Muniz, like totally know that movie. Amanda Bynes, Frankie Muniz. I'm still tripping that Karen Gillan is Nebula.
What, really?
Fuck yeah, dude. Look at this. I'm looking at her pictures right now. I'm like, shit, what is her?
The fuck?
God damn. I live in a bubble. I only know what I need to know.
And that is all.
Yeah, no more.
I need to know
less.
shit for work, and then I need to know comic book shit, and then I need to know TV shit.
And I know if I like a movie or not. Like to no end. I get so impressed. The three of you, specifically, you, Andres, and Ash. You'll mention a movie, and then the three of you will start. Is that so and so actor? So and so. Like, I don't memorize actors or actresses. Like, I just watch a movie, like the movie, and sometimes I do, like depending on the role. But like, just when you guys are able to like, I was rewatching the clip when we were talking about the different Golden Eyes. And you're all naming the fucking actors that were in those films. Yeah. Like, it blew me away. But yeah, that's all I'll say about that.
Hey,
I had no idea. Karen Gillan. And I'm like, oh shit, that's the chick from Jumanji. So
yeah, Luis.
Sir.
Get on our level.
I know, I'm trying. I haven't even watched any of those espionage movies yet. But it is on my to-do list. Hey, I got through Harry Potter. I'll get through this.
All right. Well, I mean, all right. I'll give you a pass.
Thank you. I will take that pass.
Yes.
Back to you,
Carmen.
Thank you. The other trailer that was released was for Snake Eyes. Now, I did not watch the new trailer that was released, so please go ahead, Esteban, and tell. No, okay.
No, it just wasn't. It wasn't good. It just wasn't good.
Got him.
It just wasn't good. You know, I mean, if you guys saw our last episode or listened to our last episode, how I was saying that it was a trailer that just jumped right into it. There was no like hinting that it was, you know, I'm not in it. I'm not in it to win it for this Snake Eyes origin show movie. Um, don't get me wrong. It's not the guy that's playing Snake Eyes. It's not Henry Gold. It's not him. Uh, he's a great, phenomenal actor. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? Like they're trying. It's like they're trying so hard to push Snake Eyes, and for me, I'm not. I'm out. I'm out on this one. So that's me.
I might be out of it too. I mean, not that I was a big fan. I only saw the first GI Joe. I didn't
Right.
see the others, but if it has cool enough martial art display, I might check it out. It's on one of the streaming services I already subscribe to, but I don't think I'm going to seek it out.
Yeah, and I think what bothers me is that Snake Eyes has taken a vow of silence. That's always been his thing, right? You know, he had a vow of silence, and I'm not getting any of that. You know what I mean? It seems very Fast and Furious with,
Getting vibes like that, yeah.
you know, it's very Fast and Furious, and
Is it Universal Pictures?
I don't
Wonder
know,
if
it
some
might
of the
be.
choreographed team is behind it.
It's possible. It
Because
very
like
well could be.
you know how Hobbs and Shaw was more
Yeah.
action. Like I'm getting like when he's on the car and he's fighting those dudes. Like I'm like this feels very Hobbs and Shaw. Like just
Yeah.
very out there.
I think what took me out of the trailer was at the very end of the trailer, he gets on a motorcycle. Okay, and it looks like his visor's up on the top of his forehead, and he's got his helmet on, and he hits a button on the side of the helmet, and then the visor comes down, but it comes down and it looks like the Snake Eyes helmet, and I'm just kind of like, okay, like I'm not sold on it. You know what I mean? Like the
You
Snake
sound like
Eyes.
you were really invested in GI Joe to begin with, though.
I was
Okay.
really invested in GI Joe when I first saw the trailers, and I saw the movie, and I was kind of like, you know, you know,
Right in the childhood.
yeah, exactly. You know, that's why it scares me when they talk about, you know, the Thundercats movie being created. You know, that's my
I want
childhood.
to leave it alone now. You're
Yeah,
just like,
you
dude,
know.
don't even resurrect them for it to
It's
die
like
again.
yeah,
Yeah.
Transformers was my childhood. Fucking, you know, GI Joe.
Dude, Transformers was everyone's childhood, though.
You
Like,
know, so
the 80s was the OG Transformers, and the 90s kids had Beast Wars. Like,
yeah.
it didn't go away for a
But Beast
while.
Wars was a shit, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. And the toys.
The
The
toys were dope.
toys. Oh, god damn.
Yeah.
I have a fucking scar on my hand from the first generation Optimus Prime was made of actual steel.
Yeah.
So it was fucking heavy.
Yeah.
And so, but his parts clicked in, like when he turned into the robot form. And so the scar that I have on my hand is from, I like made him stand upright and I got caught on his kneecap. And so I tried to throw it because it pinched me and it just like tugged it even more. And so it like created this big old like line. So I got a little scar there. And so then the toys after that, they started making them with hard plastic instead of steel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the end of my story.
I don't
80s toys.
know. Safety.
Yeah. Safety, second nature. That reminds me. Do you guys remember the okay, maybe the guys won't remember. Okay, this conversation is for me and Carmen. Carmen, do you remember the Cabbage Patch doll, the one that ate licorice that they had to stop because it was eating little girl's hair?
Yeah.
My sister had one of them
because
shits.
I was obsessed with Cabbage Patch Kids and I really wanted one and I never got one. So anyway, whatever.
So Christmas is coming up.
I'm bitter
Whatever.
about it.
Nice.
But you remember the one that like you can feed it licorice, like fake licorice,
Yeah,
right?
because it was automatic and then it.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so what would happen is these little kids would go to sleep with this doll and it would fucking chomp on their hair and like bite into their scalp. And so they had to discontinue the toy. She had one of those. They discontinued. I don't know what happened.
That's the end of my story.
That's the end of the story.
Back to you, Carmen.
Your sister still alive? I don't know. I haven't seen her since the 80s.
Oh, God.
No, but that just got me to thinking that because it's like safety was definitely not first in 80s toys. It's like, this looks cool. That's flammable. Let's pull that back. Same thing with Stretch Armstrong. That guy was flammable. But I had a Stretch Armstrong. Funny story about that. I was playing. Do you guys remember Stretch Armstrong? The dude that would stretch?
Yeah.
My mom was holding him from his arms, and I was pulling him from his legs. And then I was a little kid, so I didn't understand physics. That if you let it go, it's gonna fucking catapult forward. So I'm pulling, because we're like, oh, let's see how far we can pull it. And then I kind of get over it. And I'm like, I'm gonna go over there now, and I let it go. And then my mom just starts yelling at me, and I didn't know why. And then she's covering her mouth, and it's because I busted her lip, like, because he had a hard ass head, like his whole body was rubber, but his head.
The head was hard
Safety.
plastic.
Yeah, it was a hard ass plastic, and just like busted her face in. So she had like a big old bruise, like in a circle right here. It's pretty great. I mean, it's funny. It's funny now. It wasn't funny at the time. She was a very scary woman.
Pretty great. Really, Luis?
Back to you, Carmen.
The last topic, it would be going over Loki and the latest season or the latest episodes of Loki. So total spoiler alert. If you haven't watched Loki, you probably want to click off the podcast. Actually, no, stay and listen. And then watch Loki. But before we go there, yes, Luis. Yes.
Super quick. I'm so sorry. I just finished watching Sweet Tooth, so I wanted to make a little thing about that before.
You know what?
shoot to
Okay,
Loki.
that's good. That's good because I heard the last podcast, which I wasn't on, and I heard you talking about Sweet Tooth, which I did start watching previously to listening to the podcast, and I have a very different opinion than yours. So please go ahead. Not that I'm not digging it, is just that the story is very well done, and it's definitely a tear jerker. I did not cry, but I can see how it definitely appeals to emotions. But it's too dragged out for me, so it takes me out of the story.
Yeah.
The characters are really well built. The world is really well built. The way that they're navigating through the story is really awesome. But somehow just how long is dragged out is just not working out for me.
What I'm glad that I didn't do what I did with Invincible, which was read all the comic before I start watching it. Because I only read, I want to say about 3 or 4 issues of the comic. It's on Amazon Comixology, and all within the first episode it went a different direction, and so it was starting to bug me. But by episode 2 I've already surpassed what I've read in the comic, so I'm actually able to enjoy it. So I finished it yesterday, and I strongly recommend everyone to watch it, mainly for selfish reasons. I really want to get a season 2 because it ended at like it ended in such a way that it's like they're banking on a season 2. Like, I don't like shows that do that, but I'm falling for it because it's like I want you to tell me a definitive story and then like give me an ending so that if it does end, then we're good. But if it doesn't end, like, cool, like I can see where it would go, you know what I mean? But they ended it feels like it ended mid-season when this is season 1. It was just like a very cliffhanger-y type of thing. The show filmed in 2019, I looked it up because it was so trippy. As the season progresses, there's a lot of elements of what's going on today, as far as people wanting to wear a mask, not wanting to wear a mask, people wanting to admit that there's a disease out there. They call it the sick. And then the people that don't want to, and it's like, and you have the stereotypical guy that's like, oh, it's just the government is trying to scare you, and it's all that. Like, it was just so beautifully done that I'm like, there's no way this was not filmed in 2020, and sure enough, it wasn't. It was in 2019. But it's definitely hard for the dads in the room Especially the last two episodes were heavy. Like, I don't have fucking kids. I don't have anybody that I don't have a child of that age, but holy fuck, like I was crying like a goddamn baby. Like it was I'm like, and I'm watching it with my girlfriend. I'm trying to hold it in, like it was not pretty. But it was good. It wasn't just here's some depressing shit for the sake of being depressing. It was good storytelling, and I strongly. It is a little to get into. I would say the first episode I thought was interesting, but I didn't really care to watch. Like it wasn't a binger. It wasn't like the things that Marvel does. The episodes are heavy. I can't explain it any other way than that. It's like I'll watch an episode. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it a day at least before I jump into the next one. But the last two, 8.
Oh, okay.
Eight 40-minute episodes. So it's relatively condensed, but because each episode has like I think my girlfriend literally cried every episode. Every episode had the one thing. And so I think those are the things that just made it heavy. So by the time the episode was done, I felt exhausted. I'm just like, I need a break. And so we kind of spread it out a little bit, except for the last 2 or 3. That's when things really started to pick up, and then it just ended. So it's called, I think you're trying to talk to me, Ash, but I can't hear you. But it's, yeah, Sweet Tooth, strongly recommend it. Check it out. Stick with it, Carmen. I think you'll enjoy it. When you get to the end of it, you're going to be like, oh my God, what the fuck?
I only got to the part where the 2 characters that live in the zoo, it's starting to cover their story.
And see, and that's the part where it gets frustrating. That's the part that gets frustrating because you're watching someone's, kind of like what Walking Dead did in the beginning, where it's like you're watching someone's story and you're into that person's story, and then they shift. Then they're going to talk about this person's story, and it's like, and then the narrator, and this is how this person's story starts. Like, motherfucker, I want to know about this. Like, you were setting this up. Like, let's finish this.
Why are you taking me out of this to go to this?
Right, but it does connect. They start to, and it you start to get a payout. Like, it starts to pays off. Like, to be like, oh shit. There's a lot of those oh shit moments, like when things start to come together.
Gotcha.
That's the
besides Sweet Tooth, I did watch Luca. I don't know if
haven't seen that yet. What are your thoughts?
It's really good. Really good. You know what? My sister watched it before I did, and she said there are some subjects that they covered that I didn't think Disney would ever cover, like relationships of the same sex. And I was like, wait, Disney covered that in a cartoon? And she's like, well, it's not outright like said, but once you watch the movie, it's very much alluded to, and I appreciate the way that they did it and the way that they go about it being accepted and being normal, it being what it is. So I appreciate that movie for that, because I feel that, you know, like, especially somebody with like older parents that maybe have trouble explaining that, or like grandparents, you know, our age, that don't really know how to talk about those kind of things with kids. I think that this movie did really well to kind of just be like, oh, it's like whatever, you know, like it's no big deal. So I like that aspect of Luca, and I really thought that it was a really, really good movie. So if you haven't watched it, I 100% recommend it. It's totally lighthearted. It's really, really good. It has its funny moments.
Love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be Carmen, to piggyback off of what you were saying right now on what your sister thought about what Luca was alluding to, my wife and I, we found this short on Disney Plus called Out. It's about 12 minutes long, and that's what it talks about. It talks about someone coming out to their parents, and it's an animated short. I think it was done well, and I thought it was great, and it was one of those things when my wife and I came across it, we're just kind of like, what, Disney's covering this? Like, there's no way. Like, there's no way, you know. But yeah, I thought it
That's
was
so beautiful, man.
I thought it was
love
beautifully
that.
done. I thought it was beautifully done. I thought it was
Called
pretty
Out?
cool. Yeah, it's just called Out. That's all
Check
it's
it out.
called. And it was it's not very long. It's like 12-15 minutes long. It's not very long at all. But it's cool. So it gives that Disney pizzazz to it. You know, it gives it that little Disney pizzazz. So it's funny in certain parts, you know, not to make fun of, you know, that situation of someone actually coming out, but just kind of like, you can tell the emotions, you know, how stressful it is, you know, especially knowing that, you know, like you were saying, parents that are old school, you know, more traditional, things like that. So you can see the stress and the emotions come through, I think, perfectly throughout this short. So if you guys get a chance, watch it. I think it's fantastic. So
I can't even imagine how scary something like that would be.
yeah,
You know, like if
100%.
you're in a society that tells you this is what you have to do, and you know you're different, like fucking, I love knowing that something like that exists, because someone that feels that way, that might feel on an island, they can watch this and be like, oh shit, I'm not alone. You know, god damn it, that's sound all cheesy, but that warms my heart. That's so great. I'm gonna check that out. Thanks for sharing, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I will definitely check that out. We definitely need more of that, just because everything is fine. Like, let's not get into that subject, but honestly, like, love everyone, and loving everyone is fine, no matter what they are. Their soul is just what matters, and that's it. Nobody needs to have a problem with anything other than that.
Yeah, don't. Jim Jeffries has a really good joke about that. Just tiny bit tag on it being Pride Month. He says that if you have a problem with gay marriage, here's what you can do: don't marry a gay person. That's your way of getting back.
100%.
It's up because it has nothing to fucking do with you. It's like, oh my god, beautifully said, sir. Standing up.
Yeah.
Jim Jeffries, great comedian. Anyway, back to you, Carmen.
I'm just gonna go over Loki, and again, spoiler alert. Oh no, wait, before that, I do want to show off something that I got for my sister's birthday. It just recently passed, and I'm actually really fucking stoked about it. If you know, you know. So I'm gonna show it on the screen, and if you know what it is, you will know like
shit.
where it's from. So
that's cool.
like, yeah. And
What?
it's the original one. It comes, it has a little flap or whatever for the secret passages.
No shit.
And
Nice.
then it comes
Wait,
on
what's
the
what's the spell you do?
Huh?
What's the spell you do to show the footprints?
I don't remember the spell. I'm sorry. I could probably call her, but she's asleep and she would tell me. But yeah.
That's so cool.
That's pretty dope.
It's super cool. She like totally FaceTimed me today while I was at work. She's like, "Are you busy? Can you take like some time?" And I was like, "What's going on?" I thought something was wrong. And she's like so excited showing it to me, and it totally
so
reminded me
fucking
like
cute.
why I collect things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, totally super cool. And then if you recognize this, super kudos to you. But if you don't, it's cool. But it's a wand
definitely
that
don't.
I also got her. If you know whose wand it is, then that's dope. But
I'm looking at you, Andres.
I can't see the detail on it.
Sorry, it's quality. But I didn't know the. Well, I feel really dumb. I knew that there was a market for wands. I just didn't know how legit they got, and like it's
like
pretty.
$60.
It's pretty dope. Like it comes on like it comes on a leather box, and it's like totally legit. It has like the logo and everything, so it's freaking cool.
Yeah,
and I'm
like
super
lightsaber
happy that she's into it. She's like, "Do you guys talk about Harry Potter?" can I talk about Harry Potter? I'm like, yeah, of course. If you ever want to guest in the show and talk about Harry Potter, we'll have you. That's awesome.
OMG, yes.
That'd be cool.
Mhm.
Especially since Ash just watched it. Okay, well, anyway, going to the Loki series, how are you guys all caught up on Loki episodes?
I
Negative
have
over
like
here.
10 minutes left of episode 3.
Okay.
Only seen episode 1.
Got it. Is that because you don't care for the show, just no time?
A little bit of both. My fork in the road
Oh.
was either Sweet Tooth or Loki, and
Okay.
And you chose sadness.
over. I've chosen razor blades and emo feelings over the past few days. Yeah, it's so my, not to get too much into my personal life, but when I get home, I can essentially watch one thing, and then it's time for bed for the most part. And this is the one thing, because both me and my girlfriend were really into Sweet Tooth. We were having that be the one thing.
Right.
So we if we just hadn't made that, like, okay, let's put a stop to this, let's watch Loki. It just that's the only thing. Not that I didn't like the first episode, but there wasn't enough in it to
capture
Wow.
you.
to be
To pick
like,
it over Sweet Tooth.
fuck everything else, and then to really be like that in. But I know they're gonna bring it. I need to keep showing up.
Gotcha. I do gotta say that this last episode of Loki has been my favorite out of the 3. I really dug it. Not to spoil anything for you, Louise, because I know eventually.
No, you already gave
it.
the spoiler warning. Bring it. It's all good.
But the banter between Loki is pretty good. I love the way that they did that. I love the background that they're giving the Loki character, and I'm talking about Sylvie.
That's the other Loki, right? I saw something like that online. Okay. Are you all caught up on this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the other Loki, the one that's killing the people, that's a female Loki.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Sylvie.
Okay.
That would be Sylvie. And I love the banter and the character discovery that they're having with each other, because it's like, we're the same, but we're not the same. Like, here's where our histories differ from one another, but here's how we're similar.
Right.
And so I like that. And then I like the whole, I'm trying to one up each other, get through the episode. But before I spoil it all, Esteban, what did you think?
I thought the first 3 episodes so far, from what I've seen, are great. I like the banter between the 2 Lokis. I think it's fantastic between Loki and Sylvie. I think it's great. Like I said, I think I'm only missing like the last 10 minutes of the 3rd episode. But it's just like what you were saying. It's one of those where they're on the train, in the 3rd episode, and they're talking, and it's like, well, what was your mom like? Well, what was your mom like? And it's like, well, like you were saying, we're the same, but we're different. It's like, well, how do you do that in enchantment? Well, I taught myself. What do you mean you just taught yourself that? Like, it doesn't make sense, and I think this Loki is kind of tapping into realizing that, yes, he's not the only one, and there is a bigger universe, but I think this is a way for him to make himself better than what he was. You know what I mean? So I don't think we're going to see the end of Loki anytime soon. I have a strong feeling that we're going to see Loki again in the MCU, or in as a big bad in one of the movies, who's now this superior Loki, and not like he's gone all Highlander and, there can be only one Loki. But just kind of seeing him evolve even further to what he can, what his, like, I guess his full potential is, So I think that's what I'm excited for, is seeing that.
Andres, what did you think?
Yeah, you guys touched on the main points. I love the banter between Sylvie and Loki, the back and forth. The episode was really good, especially like the stuff that's going on where they're trying to. I guess I don't want to spoil a ton, but like the end and what they were trying to fight for, and whether they got it or not.
Oh no, go ahead and spoil it. It's fine. Like for me, I'm good. I'll end up watching it. So
same.
Yeah. So, I don't know the name of the actress playing the Sylvie, but she does a great job, and she does have like I wouldn't say a mirror image of Tom Hiddleston, but they do have like a similar sarcastic, smarmy, "I'm better than you" ness. Yeah, I'm really digging the show, so I can't wait for the next episode.
I think it's better than. Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I think the Wednesday drop is a lot better than waiting till Friday.
I agree.
You know, it kind of like it gets you through the week. You know what I mean? Which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, because you have something to look forward to during the week.
Exactly. And then the actress that you're referring to, her name's Sophie DiMartino. That's
Sophie DiMartino. Yeah, that's right.
So
I like the way that she was trying to enchant Loki at some point where I really like the way that the episode started. I'm sorry, Louise, that I'm gonna spoil something for you. That it goes back to episode 2 and it shows how she did that to the person that revealed details. It was very reminiscent of oh my God, why am I blanking on that fucking movie? About dreams, when you go deep in dreams, in levels of dreams. Inception. It was very Inception-like the way she did that, and she has to build that world because of a memory that person had. Yeah. So it really reminded me of that. I thought it was super neat, and the way that, you know, even Loki was like, how do you do that? I've never done that. Like, oh, that's what you thought yourself? Like, whoa, you know, like he's impressed. So I really dug that. I also like the fact that they touched on the fluidity of the character. I like that they mentioned that, so that's pretty awesome. I totally, again, hats off to Disney, because I never really thought that they would go there given like their track record. So that's pretty awesome.
When you say fluidity, you're saying sexual fluidity.
Yes.
No way. They talked to them that. Okay.
They did. Yeah.
It's very subtle. It's very subtle because it's a scene where they're talking about, where it's Sylvie and Loki that are talking, and you know, Loki asks Sylvie, is there a prince waiting for you, or is there someone waiting for you, or blah blah blah. And she goes, and I can't remember what she says, but then she turns around and asks him the same question, and then she goes, is there any princesses or prince maybe? And he goes, yeah, a little bit of both, you know. So and then that was it. You know, that was the end of it, you know. So it touches on it, you know, but aside from that, like again, it's like you have Loki, you have Luca, and then now that short out, it's like, okay, like Disney's finally, you know,
they're probably seeing that the timing is right. Like Disney is so fascinating in knowing that. Like do you guys remember, I mean, it didn't do very well, but the Power Rangers movie that came out maybe 5 years ago, maybe a little more than that. They had the Yellow Ranger. They were making her bi, and the scene was super subtle. It was something like that. Like the Black Ranger was asking, "Oh, do you have a boyfriend, girlfriend?" And then she doesn't say yes or no, but like the energy in that scene was just like, she was agreeing to the latter, you know, like, and then, but that got so much hate, they got ripped apart, and all these people were like, this is horrible, this is supposed to be for kids, and all this stuff, and it was just something that was done, that it wasn't, the timing wasn't right, you know, and just to hear something that's a little bit more direct, and it seems that it's being more accepted. Like, I haven't seen, outside of you guys mentioning it, I haven't seen any outrage on social media and all that shit, like, which is normally what happens, like, you know, Disney doing blah blah blah, like, and I think that's a step in the right direction, like, that we're not seeing all this crazy shit, like, it's just part of
Well,
the story.
and that's the thing is that I think Disney, like you said, they're watching the media, they're waiting to play it cool and whatnot because um when Loki first dropped, one of the trailers showed his file, and on his orientation it said
It's
fluid
just
on there.
fluid.
So yeah, so
Hmm.
yeah, they hinted to it, and when that dropped, no one was all up in arms. Like everyone was just like, "Oh, okay,
We can
cool."
see it.
Yeah, and it's not only that, but in the comic books, his history, he is, fluid, he's straight, or he's bisexual, it doesn't matter,
Mm.
like that's him, so I don't think, I mean, as far as like the comic book to movie community, they're just like, well, yeah, he is,
Yeah.
that's it, and
Huh.
they carried on.
Kudos.
Yeah. I again, I really love the fact that they did that. And I know that they had shown the file saying that he
Mhm.
was fluid. But, like with Marvel, because you have all the fans and like you never, once they do know the lore, so they know that the character is fluid. But then you have all the fans from the movies that have only watched the movies. And sometimes like the fandom tends to be a little toxic. So I'm glad that there hasn't been that much outrage about it because there's, again, nothing to be outraged about. So other than that, the series is really, really, really good. I know there was an interview that he did with Tom Hiddleston where he says that his favorite episodes were 4 and 5 because they truly are going to impact the next phase of the Marvel universe. So I'm excited to see the next episode that's coming out. The series has done great. I would probably say out of the series that we've gotten on Disney Plus, this is probably going to be my favorite. And then I would rank Loki, then probably WandaVision, and then the Winter Soldier would be my third. Not because it's bad, obviously not. They're all gold, just in the way that they were done, the production level, and the way that they were executed. That's all I'm judging that on. But we haven't heard anything from Ash. Do you have anything to say about the Loki show, Ash?
What about the Loki show?
Perfect. Perfect. Good. Good. Uh-huh. Do you love it?
I really do. I really do
That's
because
good.
the Owen. Hey, I can even explain that.
Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson. Mm-hmm.
No, the Owen Wilson and how do you even explain that? It is a charm off. It is a fucking absolute. The way that it is, there's two people where there's no. Please do that. There is the charm off where, please, I have to save this motherfucker's life, and then there's the charm off of, I didn't know that like I could die tomorrow because I'm a god. But there's a guy that is gonna show up and be like, he doesn't know, and like just there's a fine line of whatever is happening, and it's just
So, in short, tell me, thumbs up or thumbs down on the show overall?
it is a thumbs up. It is a thumbs up in that it's going to cover probably phase 6. Like it's gonna cover everything
It is.
because
It
that's
is.
your write out. That's your Falcon all of a sudden has powers because of phase 6. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be that level.
It's a world building, and so we're getting there. So it whatever we see in Loki will probably have repercussions through the next phases, phase 5, 6, 4. So we look forward to whatever is coming down the line with that. And before I say goodbye and dismiss the episode, I do want to bring up one last piece of news. And sorry, guys, that I just brought this up. But there was the acolyte for Star Wars. Who is the director again? It's a lady. Hold on. Sorry. I should have been prepared for this since I'm the one talking about it. But there was a big controversy about it because she chose writers to work with her that do not know anything about Star Wars. And so I follow a lot of Star Wars fans and a lot of Star Wars pages, and so they were up in arms about this news that got released. Leslie Headland, there you go, that's who it is. So she chose a bunch of writers to work with that they don't know anything about Star Wars. One is again, one writer is quoted as Luke and Leia are brother and sister, like what the fuck. So they don't know.
What?
And so again, like I said, the Star Wars army was up in arms about it because they were like, you can't do this to us. Like, we've already gone through this. Like, don't do this shit. But if you kept reading the article, as you should, the article stated that the reason that she chose people that had no knowledge of Star Wars was because she didn't want a lot of her team to just say yes to her ideas. So she wanted somebody to be like, that doesn't work because blah, 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 you know, and so they don't know the characters that much. Just really quickly, now, do you think that that is a good choice to go with, or do you really think that she should have chosen people that know the characters?
I think I see what she's trying to do. I think she's trying to get an outsider's perspective, you know, to kind of see, because obviously, I mean, we all remember the backlash that ended up taking place because of The Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker and all that other stuff. A lot of people were saying when The Force Awakens, oh, it's just a reboot of A New Hope, you know. So there was a lot of that was coming out, you know. So I kind of see what she's saying, but I feel that she probably should have gotten, I mean, unless it's going to be her, you know, that's going to be the one that's the be all end all for Star Wars knowledge, you know what I mean? Coming together and just kind of like saying, okay, well, I'm doing this, and here are the reasons why I feel this character should go down this route, or the story should develop this way. And then the outsiders that don't know anything about Star Wars would kind of say, okay, I see what you're saying there, but what if A, B, C, and D, you know? So I think what she's trying to do is she was trying to do that. So I can see why a lot of people are all up in arms, because it's just like, oh my God, we're doing this all over again. Like, you know, we just got The Mandalorian, 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, which were fantastic, and The Bad Batch is amazing. And it's just like, you know, now we're going to get someone who's getting writers that aren't Star Wars fans to go ahead and write for us. So, I mean,
and I think that was where a lot of the sentiment was coming from, where it's like, not again, please don't do this to us again. Like, we can't take this, especially because we just got like all of these good shows, and we're finally connecting like the storylines, where we're bringing like the Rebels, and we're bringing Clone Wars, you know, and possibly the games coming in and being canon. And then like now you're going to consult with people that have never even know anything about the universe. Like, what? So I could see why fans are up in arms about it, but also, as you said, it could be a good a way to bounce off ideas of each other. Of like, okay, I see what you're trying to do with that character, but here is like where that doesn't work for me. And I don't know anything about the character, but like maybe as far as like plot, it doesn't work or whatever. I could definitely see that.
And good storytelling is good storytelling. So if you got a good fucking writer to say good story, and then you have fucking editor or producer of the show to fucking throw some Star Wars tweaks up in that bitch, like, I'm in. That might be a nice fresh pair of eyes to look at it that's not in the box of what a Star Wars fan would have, and to kind of, again, good storytelling. I'm a sucker for it. Like, bring it. I'm good for it. Mandalorian was good storytelling, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think you're right, Luis. I mean, it was just one of those things where it's just kind of like, you know, one thing after another with the Mandalorian, and it just hit on, you know, every cylinder, you know what I mean? Like every single thing it hit on, you know, and it was our first world that was outside of Skywalker, you know what I mean? So everyone, I think Disney or Lucasfilms was banking on, you know, this is it. This is going to be the one thing that's either going to make or break Star Wars. So we're either going to expand the universe and go deeper, or if this tanks, then we'll go away for a little bit. You know, Lucas will go away, or Star Wars will go away for a little bit, and then we'll come back with a fucking, I don't know, a reboot, you know, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But being that the Mandalorian knocked the shit out of the park, and now our expectations are up here, you know, I can see how everything's all up in arms, and you know, so yeah.
Any final thoughts, Andres, on this last topic?
Nothing. I could see a plus from it if they have, say, one or two writers that don't know anything, because they could be like the ones where they're like, like just to frame it as in, okay, this doesn't work because of this. It's just like story wise, but have people that do know the characters so they could line it up, I guess, with like actions that the characters would take. Yeah, exactly. Gotcha. So the way the article was written, yes, it has that shock to it where it's going to be like you react to that, but like with everything, if you read further in the article, it explains as to why they took that step.
So I think that's the problem with, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Andres, but I think that's the problem with fandom sometimes, that it gets to be really toxic, where we just see the one-liner or like the subject, and then totally disregard the article, and it explains why those choices were made. Again, I don't know if you all have watched the Bad Batch, but the last episode of the Bad Batch introduces a character that was in Rebels, and it's a really awesome character that would probably be featured on the book of Boba Fett. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Cad Bane. He's a really awesome character. So I'm excited for it. But that is going to bring us to the end of our podcast tonight. I'm glad to be back. I'm sad that I missed last week, but I appreciate the short that came out of it. And that's it. So please leave a comment letting us know what your last meal would be and what your choices would be. We're not going to judge you. I was just kidding about that. We will definitely read them.
I'll judge you.
We are Comix, and we are
everywhere.
Exactly. So have a good night, good morning, whatever time you're listening to this, and see you next time.
Good night.